taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream. First trading day of March, Monday, March 2nd. Welcome to March. S&P futures down 84 points, NASDAQ down 384, Russell down 39, Dow down 580. Weakest is the NASDAQ, and NASDAQ and Russell about the same, about 1.5% lower. Gold is up 1.5%. Silver was up last night, but it's now down 4.5%, back below 90. Notes and bonds are red. 10-year yield up 1%. Oil was up a lot more. It's up 7.5%. Opened up around 75. It's back down to about 72. Natural gas up 3.5%. Soybeans, wheat, red. Corn a little bit green. Euro and the pound are both red. So the U.S. dollar getting stronger here. And Bitcoin down 0.33%. Bitcoin was holding up green there for a while. It just dipped into the red. And the VIX is up 18%, 23.40 at the freeze. So I'll be doing a 3-4 put calendar near the open along with my 1 DTE. These premiums are going to be juiced, obviously. And my 1 DTE is a no stop version, so I'm going to go ahead and let that fire. My 3-4 I delayed a little bit, so I'm not going to do it right at the bell. I'm going to do it 10 minutes after. Otherwise, we will be jumping into some day trades. Hopefully there's some good directional stuff with all the volatility, but we shall see. No, you got to do that before the drop, Chuck. It's too late now. Premiums are juiced. Honestly, I think a lot of the... I mean, obviously, if there's a... another big surprise, and this, little attack turns into a lot more than what we expect, then we could certainly see some more downside. But, the S&P in 3 days dropped from almost 7,000 down to 6,800. So there's a little bit of anticipation, a little bit of priced in already. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not expecting the S&P to go down 1,000 points or anything. But you never know. But yeah, if you're gonna buy hedges now, after the market's down 100 points, that is not, or 300 points in 3 days, that's not the time to start buying puts. Opening bell in about 30 seconds. I'm on the mushroom coffee this morning. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. Got a good workout in. Feeling good. Here comes the opening bell. Expected range for SPX, according to the TOS option chain, is just under 57. See what the other one prints at once the VIX opens up. Weakest stocks on my board are some quantum names. You've got Sound, A couple of the chips, AMD's super weak, down 5%. IONQ. Hood's down 3.5%. Some of the big tech is just kind of down a little bit. A lot of course, PLTR, which has a lot of military contracts, is up 4.5%. Halliburton's up. Microsoft is actually green. NVIDIA just went green. Getting a little bounce here in IWM and QQQ. Smaller bounce in S&P. Correcting these bars on my task. I hate those little misprints. All right, getting a decent little bounce here out of the gate. All right, here comes my 1 DTE. $66.80 and $6,900 are my 1 DTE strikes, short strikes. 220 wide. Woohoo! Woo, baby. That's a wide 1 DTE. And then, like I said, I'll have my 3-4 put calendar fire here at 10 minutes after the bell. Just kind of spread that out a little bit. 20-point bounce out of the gate. Yeah, I have it open with a bot, but I just I adjusted the opening time before the bell today. NVIDIA staying green, Microsoft staying green. Netflix is also up 1%. S&P or NASDAQ just pushed above previous day low. S&P approaching its previous day low. Bitcoin, big bounce. Bitcoin back in the green, up 1%. Netflix, I'm going to load up some 4 DTE calls. I would trade the 100 calls in Netflix. I'm gonna go ahead and let my BICs fire. My first tranche goes off in about 10 minutes. How about you? I thought about pausing them, but I don't know. PLTR pushing higher. I'm gonna load up some PLTR calls as well. PLTR, I would trade the 4 DTEs, and I'll take the 146 calls. Everything's kind of pumping here. S&P just pushed above its previous day low. Nasdaq's well above it. Russell's trying to push above it. Previous day low. Nvidia all uphill. Tesla, I'm going to load up some 2 DTE calls. I'll do the 395. It's pulling back to pre-market highs here. Tesla just popped back up to highs. All right, so S&P and IWM kind of pausing at previous day lows now, kind of pushing back below. Netflix is dipping a little bit. PLTR is just kind of chopping right at pre-market high. PLTR just popped back up to highs. Tesla pushing. Google a little bit weaker. AMD still a little bit weaker. All right, seeing a little bit of a dip in the indices now. Tesla strong. Apple a little bit weaker. That little pause at pre-market high with Tesla would have been a nice one, but would have had to be aggressive. PLTR just kind of chopping now. Tesla a little pullback. S&P's dip getting bought up again. Bitcoin above previous day high. Nvidia trying to pop back up to highs. Netflix trying to hold green. Looking at the cryptos are on a run too. Circle, MSTR, Coin. Hood, not as much. Hood just pausing it unchanged. Big banks starting to bounce nicely. Pretty bullish action all around in a lot of names here since the open. Meta going green now. Microsoft pushed up to previous day high, kind of rejecting a little bit. MU back in the red. MU's kind of dipping.
Order partially filled.
Decent pullback in some of these chips.
Order
SNDK, big pullback. S&P and NASDAQ just kind of pausing here for the last 10 minutes. We do have some news. We do have an economic report here in 16 minutes, which is the ISM Manufacturing PMI. It's classified as a red folder event, along with ISM Manufacturing Prices. So that's in about 15 and a half minutes here. Tesla new highs, Meta new highs. Man, Tesla's really showing the relative strength here in Meta. Netflix started strong, but it kind of pulled back, sitting around unchanged. Circle had a big volume bar on that push. Let's see. My 3-4 should have fired. It did not. What happened here? Oh, I had a conflicting position. S&P, new high of day. All right, a little delay on my 3-4, but getting ready to post it. Coinbase dipping back below previous day high. Bitcoin still pushing. Tesla still running. Meta still holding.
Market data connection lost. Market data connection re-established.
Bitcoin up almost 2% now. I'm going to load up some calls in MSTR. It'd be the 4DTE 135s. These cryptos are acting super strong here. It's kind of pulling back right now. Nvidia trying to hold. Looks like it might be ready to go to highs again. PLTR's a little dip getting bought up. S&P popping. NASDAQ popping. New highs. So I'm watching PLTR and MSTR, kind of my two top that I'm watching right now. PLTR would be the 146 calls. MSTR would be the 135s. Nvidia new highs, Tesla new highs, Meta still near highs. Bitcoin still raging. Above overnight highs now almost in IBIT. Watching MSTR. PLTR still dipping. Meta's kind of dipping now.
Order filled. Order partially filled.
Coinbase acting a little bit stronger than
Order filled.
MSTR, actually. Tesla pulling back a little bit at previous day low. Now S&P and NASDAQ, little pullback. No entries for me yet. Bitcoin a little flush of overnight highs. It's kind of coming back down a little bit. Coinbase is acting stronger. Coin just popped through highs. See if MSTR is going to follow here. Meta rejecting previous day high back in the red. Tesla, decent little pullback now off previous day low. Microsoft Meta rejecting previous day high. PLTR still dipping. All right, PLTR starting to pop back up. Still watching PLTR and MSTR. Microsoft dip getting bought up. Netflix finally trying to come back up a little bit. Netflix trying to get back above that previous day high. Same with Microsoft, new highs of day. Some of the chips still kind of dipping here. MSTR still pulling back. Got about 3 minutes until the 9 a.m. Central News here, 10 a.m. Eastern, which is the ISM Manufacturing PMI. Not typically a big mover, but I'll wait till after that before I enter anything for sure. S&P futures were down over 80 pre-market. Now they're only down 40. Ooh, Microsoft popping. Softy getting frisky. Netflix pushing back above previous day high. PLTR trying to climb back up towards highs. Some of the chips are pulling back, though. S&P, little bounce back up towards highs. Bitcoin's dip getting bought up. Still watching MSTR. Coin still holding above previous day high. I probably would have considered getting in PLTR if we didn't have this report here in 10 seconds. Let's see what we get. See if we get any kind of a shakeup. Bitcoin up to highs. All right, I'm going to take MSTR. That's the 135 calls. I got filled at 470. Circle popped back above highs. Bitcoin now ticked a new high, but now it's pulling back a little bit. MSTR, a little pullback. See if we can get some continuation higher in these cryptos. Put my first profit target at 530 in MSTR. It would need to pop through highs of day to hit that. Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin took off. Let's go, MSTR. Run to your mama. What are we waiting for? Where's SK at? SK, you here today? There he is. You in MSTR with me? Coin is still kind of chopping just below highs. Look at Bitcoin run. Coin trying to get back up to highs. Don't let me down, MSTR. Otherwise, I'm telling Watson. Where's Watson at? Is he here today? He loves MSTR. Big banks, still strong price action. Bank of America is about to go green. Goldman's already green. JP Morgan, a little bit weaker. Circle is up 11%. Circle's had a big week. Big last few days after earnings. Last week on the 24th, Circle was at 61. Now it's at 92. S&P popping, NASDAQ new highs, Russell new highs. Come on, MSTR. Get in the game. What's moving here? Apple a little bit. Microsoft's pulling back. Mag 7 aren't really pushing this market up. What are chips doing? Chips are bouncing a little bit, some of them, I guess. The indices are leading. I don't see many stocks. PLTR still trying to grind its way back up towards highs. NVIDIA just popped new high. All right, here comes MSTR a little bit. Little bit of a pop. Not through highs yet, though. $5.30 is my first profit target for MSTR. That Bitcoin pop, I would have liked to see a little better pop out of MSTR. S&P approaching some level. Let's see what I have. It's from a longer term chart here. That would be, well, that was Thursday's lows. I'm actually going to take that off. It's not really too relevant anymore. NVIDIA new highs. Microsoft holding above previous day high. Netflix holding above previous day high. Tesla kind of fizzled out once it hit previous day low. NVIDIA strong. NVIDIA leading the charge higher. MSTR approaching highs.
Order filled. Order partially filled.
There we go. MSTR just hit 530. Nice pop. Coin and MSTR push through highs. Bitcoin still pushing. Bank of America just went green. Netflix trying to make a run
Order
back up towards
partially
highs. PLTR is just chopping.
Order filled.
MSTR was definitely the better choice over PLTR. I've got my next profit target at $6 in MSTR. I may lower that. We'll see what this price does first. Bitcoin is running. Circle is running. IWM just went green. Coinbase, nice pop. Hood staying green, but just definitely not the correlation to the cryptos like the other three. Apple trying to go green. Microsoft trying to make it back up to highs. NVIDIA still pushing. Tesla still pulling back. I'm going to move my profit target to 580 in MSTR. Try to get out of some more here. If it makes another little push. Another little push through highs of day. MSTR should hit that next profit target. Here we go. Should hit. There it is. 580. So now just down to a few runners. I have 4 contracts left. I put my next profit target at 660 to take off 2 more if this thing wants to keep running. Tony, just me and you? We the only ones? We the only ones having fun with MSTR today? Elliot, nice. Elliot's a day trader today. Woo! Let's go. Oh, yeah. Congrats. Everybody give Elliot a hand. He's a retired man, full-time trader status. MSTR coming for that 660. Coin, to be fair, Coin was probably the better one. It was showing a little bit better strength. But, yeah, both of them would have been fine. NVIDIA still pushing new highs. Microsoft off of a previous day high could have been a good one as well. Netflix new highs. It made its way back up. Had that initial strength, but then it came all the way back down to unchanged, but it's climbed all the way back up to highs of day. I mean, Tesla popping now, everything pretty strong here. Indices continuing to push. IWM just went green. SPY's getting close. Bitcoin's now up 4%. MSTR coming for my 660. It's trading at 650. Yeah, I thought PLTR might be a good one, which it's popping back up now. Are you still in Medfly? There's MSTR 660 for a third profit target. I've got 2 lots left. See how far this bad boys can run. Yeah, it just, it had that initial strength because anytime military conflict breaks out, it's probably going to pop. But I kind of wondered if it would fizzle out like that. But it's still, it kind of had that pullback and a pretty aggressive little buy up, so it hasn't broken any kind of structure to get out, so. Still up 5%. Just not participating in this kind of this second leg up. MSTR up 6% on the day after starting right at unchanged. Watson, no MSTR for you? Or did you sneak one in? You couldn't resist. You're driving? Okay. Trade and drive. It's always a safe alternative. There you go. PLTR popping up towards highs of day now. SNDK is getting crushed. MU is super weak. Intel rejecting. Some of the chips are not, but NVIDIA's staying strong. I'll put another 1 lot at 720 in MSTR. I've got 2 left. just below that 140 level on MSTR. I have that marked on my hourly chart. It's kind of the top of this range that it's been in. Kind of this consolidation range it's been in. So we'll see if MSTR wants to break through that or not. Bitcoin just all up. Bitcoin, I bet also opened unchanged, and it's up 4.5%. Hood finally getting some legs. It's up now. Circle is up 13.5%. The cryptos like the war apparently today. Yeah, PLTR kind of rejecting after it popped through highs of day now. Microsoft's still pushing. That was a nice little pullback retest of previous day high in Microsoft.
Order partially filled.
Could have been a good winner.
Order filled.
Tesla new
Order
highs,
canceled.
pushing through previous day low now. Netflix kind of pausing at highs of day. Meta's making new highs. Apple tried to go green. IWM dipping into the red a little bit. Lando, somebody's calling me from St. Joseph, Missouri. Is that you? All right. You're the only one I know in St. Joe, so. Tezzy moving. MSTR's little dip getting bought back up. New highs. Options are trading at about 690. I've got my next profit target at 720. Circle's pulling back. It went from up 13.5 to up 11%. So a couple percent pullback quickly. I only got hit on one call side BIC tranche on that run. That's at the 68.85 strike. Getting a little pullback now. S&P, NASDAQ, IWM, all pretty decent dip. Bitcoin's holding up still. MU just broke back down below previous day low. So did Intel. So did SMH. S&DK is now down 5%. PLTR still holding near highs. MSTR still holding near highs. NVIDIA still at highs. Microsoft just made a new high. S&P dip getting bought up. Same with NASDAQ. IWM. Decent pullback in coin. MSTR, a little bit of a pullback. MSTR definitely holding up better than coin now. NVIDIA new highs. Meta at the highs. Netflix couldn't get any momentum going through highs of day. It's pulling back. MSTR looking like it may want to try another attempt through highs of day. Not much of any pullback in Bitcoin yet. Couple little pauses here and there. S&P, NASDAQ still dipping. Russell's trying to bounce. All right, all. We're just kind of chopping here. As far as MSTR, I don't see anything else I'm going to get into. Momentum is kind of slowed, getting a little pullback here. So I'm going to wrap the stream. I will finish off my MSTR trade in the trade channel. I do have I've got 2 lots left. I've got a profit target set at, what was it, 17, I think. No, not 17. Sorry, 720. So if we start to kind of continue to consolidate or dip, I'll just cut out of my remaining. Otherwise, I'll see if I can squeeze a little bit more profit out of this one. Yeah. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, we've got the DC Time Machine course tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you are registered. It's for pro members only, but you do need to register.
Order filled.
I should have gotten an email. Let Lando know. If you haven't, we'll post here about it today and tomorrow as well. Otherwise, we'll see everyone in Power Hour. Have a good day, everyone. Cheers.